Hi, everyone. It's Mitch from sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. It is Monday, August 3rd, 2020, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We do not sleep. We do not rest. We just keep delivering free picks. Man, we watch a lot of games. And even when there's not any games, we continued to pour on. And thanks to everyone that's subscribed to our channel. Of course, if you're not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do it. Doesn't mean you want to sign up for notifications. That's only for the hardcore diehard fans. I do a ton of videos. I do more YouTube videos than anybody, and now Puck Dogs have joined me for YouTube videos as well. So we do even more of YouTube videos than anyone. So if you do sign up for notifications, you're gonna get jammed with a ton of them. But of course, if you want to get notified for the live show, signing up for the on our Facebook page and I found is a good way to get notifications too. A lot of people will get the notifications on the Facebook page because they don't want those YouTube notifications, and then they'll go, as soon as they get that notification on Facebook, they'll go to YouTube to watch the show. I think I like watching shows on YouTube myself as opposed to Facebook. Just my own personal preference. Some people like Facebook. It's all up to you, but anyways, we got the guys with us, and we have another good schedule, man. These NBA games, like I said, every one feels like a playoff game. It's awesome, right? And they're playing like it's a playoff game. And, yesterday in my premium picks, I went 3-3. It was such a grind. It felt like I was so back in the regular. It's like, when you're back in the swing of things, when you go 3-3 in your premium picks, and it feels like you went 2-6 and ran a marathon. That's pretty much how I felt during the day, because it's like when you start off and you're on the wrong side of it at the beginning of the day, and then it's like you kind of need your last two just to get it going. And the Giants give up the grand slam, and it's like after coming back and tying the game, just kind of that's the way it goes sometimes, and then the Phoenix Suns refused to take no for an answer for us, and that was pretty much how it was awesome. The Suns, certainly a team to watch, and the future is bright. This is what happens when you get to draft number one a bunch. Some teams, they get to draft at the top of the draft, they become really awesome teams, and teams build that way. It's the process, right? As Embiid said, but we don't love the Sixers process. But we do love all the guys. Steve Monahan, Rod Zawacki, Chris Ruffalo. Good morning, guys. What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, NHL, 6 games. These are going, I know nothing about hockey, but, conventional wisdom is saying A, and the NHL is saying B on who's winning these games. It is just dog after dog after dog. And then in baseball, it's still the dogs continue to roll on. We have, the Dodgers who are still winning, despite whatever odds they get on them. And but I have to say that being someone from who had I'm not like one of those people that have a website and I talk at you, and I'm not one of those people that has a website that is like not involved with everybody that comes to site. It's like, if you want to be involved, yeah, we have a group, we have live shows, we do videos, we have all different ways where you can get in touch with Twitter, right, Periscope, and all the guys, not just me. But I've never seen people more disinterested in somebody picking a winner on a team than the Dodgers. It's just like, if you pick the Dodgers, it's almost like a negative. It's like I've seen I'm just going by like our premium handicappers that give out the Dodgers regularly as picks sell zero. Like nobody, people see that in their record and they're just like, that's nice. I don't know. I think I built my reputation, and no one ever says, like, when I walk into a sports book in Vegas and they do the selfie with me and stuff like that, they never say to me, and people never yell out across the Vegas Strip or anything to me. They never yell out, "Who's your minus 400 chalk today?" They just never do that. It's always, "Who's your dog of the day?" Always. Rod is frozen. No, he's unfrozen. Anyways, let's get to the NBA here. The guys seem Monday'd out. We got the Miami Heat and the Raptors. We had a late line on this one. The Heat, 3.5-point dogs. The total set at 221. Rod, what are you thinking here? The Raptors have looked really strong. The Heat, of course, one of the best coaches in the NBA.
From what I've seen, Butler probably won't play this game. Give me the Raptors. The Raptors will just keep rolling, even if the Raptors rest some guys as well. I'll still take them to win here.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raptors as well. I think they build off of that emotional win over the Lakers.
Steve?
Yep, I'm all on the Raptors as well. They're playing real well. They look good.
See Braden saying he gets his notifications on Twitter through Periscope, and then he watches. You can see he's watching on YouTube. You can see about the little YouTube logo in the corner by his picture. But I like the Heat in this one. I just like Spoelstra, and I think in these type of games, I just think that having a coach like that, the 3.5 points is a factor. In a game like this, 3.5 points is like 9 in a Wizards Nets types game. We've got the Thunder up against the Nuggets. This is another one that's a late line. So this line opened at 4.5, and it only opened maybe an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago-ish. And it went from 4.5 to 6, like that.
Like that, yeah.
Well, it might not have been like that, but it could have been like that. Rod, you got the line moving. Obviously, the Nuggets look like they've been in a, it's like you have 4 months off and everybody's still injured. This is kind of like the UFC where the guys get injured walking out of the, walking out of the locker room to go to the ring. What do you think here with the Nuggets and the Thunder? I love the way the Thunder have been playing this season. We've made so much money on them. I mean, they are like new set of golf clubs, country club membership type, maybe Ruflo paying for his pedicures with this Thunder money.
I'm gonna stay with the Thunder today. Give me OKC here. Denver got a few guys out. Murray's going to be out. Tobias Harris will be out.
Murray's such a good player, man. He's so good, right? It's like,
oh yeah,
he's one of the guys. Like, I think if you could pick 10 guys to take the last shot for you, right? It's like, I think Murray's one of those guys. It's just money, right? It's just so pure, the shot. It's just amazing. He's the one I think that came up with the right. Yeah. And that's really what it is. Chris, what do you think here with the Thunder and the Nuggets?
Well, the amount of pedicures I get is my business. And my business
Wait, everyone just caught the visual of Chris in the chair with the cotton balls between the toes and the.
Oh, and the massage chair going, bubbly water at the feet. That's perfect. Give me the under 218.5 here.
Steve?
I'm on the Thunder as well. I think they look pretty good. 6 points or not, give me the Thunder.
I don't think anyone, when Brian Westbrook left Oklahoma City after the season, I don't think Russell Westbrook, when Russell Westbrook left the Thunder, I don't think anyone, Brian Westbrook, yes, we're playing Philadelphia Eagles football from the 90s. I don't think anyone thought that the Thunder were going to be better, 17 games over 500 better, and, a force. I like the Thunder. It's a lot of points. We got the Pacers up against the Wizards, and the Wizards in the game against the Nets. I don't even think they knew what time the game was supposed to start. It was one of those things. It's like, I thought you said 2 o'clock. Do the Wizards bounce back here against the Pacers?
I got Chinese food coming to my room at 2
o'clock. Rod, what do you think?
I think I'm going to take the Pacers. I think the Pacers win by double digits here.
Chris?
Yeah, I think the Pacers win by double digits as well. The Pacers.
Steve?
Unanimous.
I think this game is going to go under. It's 228. It went 227 and a half to 228. But the Pacers just seem to play at both ends of the court really well. think the under, just a little bit of a leaner. We got the Pelicans up against the Grizzlies. I love these matchups when you have the number 1 against the number 2 draft choice, 2 young and up and coming teams. You know, it kind of has everything going on. And the Pels minus 4.5 in this one, opened at -3. The Grizzlies played yesterday against the Spurs. So that game, for those of you that didn't see it, the Spurs were winning the entire game. I mean, the entire game. And at the very end, Memphis scored with 1 second left to go to tie the game. They hit the 3-pointer with 1 second left to go. The Spurs got the ball inbounded and hit the shot for the win, and 2-point win. So Memphis just out of that kind of game like that. The next day on a back-to-back in Orlando, up against the Pelicans, who Zion Williamson is on minute limitation, load management, something. I don't even know what this is, but I think Brandon Ingram might have gained a pound. Rod?
Give me Memphis plus 4, 4.9, 4.5. You can get 4.5. So give me Memphis plus 4.5.
Chris?
I know they played yesterday, but they're a battling team. Give me them.
Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, they are a battling team, but I think that loss is going to take a little while to get over. I'll take New Orleans minus 4.5.
Steve?
Yeah, I'm going with the Grizzlies, and give me the 4.5.
I think I like the under in this one. 237. Got the Sixers up against the Spurs. You guys already know my pick without me even saying it. All I gotta go say Sixers. You know where I'm betting. It's always the other team. When the Sixers were horrible, we took them. They were my dog of the day that year. The 2 years that they were just really bad, they were my dog of the day at least 2 to 3 times a week. And we went on a heater with the Sixers when they were getting tons of points. Since they've become perennial favorites every time out, not so much. Rod, Sixers against the Spurs team that once again played yesterday in that barn burner against Memphis. But I'll tell you, inside the bubble, the Spurs are playing really well.
Yes, the Spurs are. DeRozan looks like a new man. Give me the Spurs here plus the 7 points.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Spurs as well, minus 7.
Steve?
Me too. It's too many points.
Yep, too many for me as well. I like the Spurs. 62% of the public is with us, which makes me a little skittish. But we got the Jazz against the Lakers. This one, line still moving on the Lakers. 6.5 now from 6. The Jazz have looked pretty good in their first couple of games. The Lakers, well, they won their games. No, they won one, lost one. And I don't know. They're kind of looking like a team with 2 really good players and a bunch of other guys. Kind of a little thin. I don't know if it's just because they know they're already in, and they really only need 1 game to clinch they need just 1 win, right, to clinch the best record for the West, so the number 1 seed in the West. So they might have gotten it actually with that win against the Clippers. So maybe that's why they looked so bad last time. But I don't know. We could take a look at that in the meantime. But Rod, the Jazz plus 6.5 against the Clips. I mean, Lakers. LeBron, Lakers. I get crucified by the audience on that one if I didn't correct myself.
For me in this one, I'm going to take the over. And for the side, it's a premium pick available at the website.
Chris?
I'm going to take the under 217 here. I just don't think the Jazz are going to score enough points to help Lakers get over that number.
Steve?
I'm going to take the Jazz, the 6.5 points. Lakers probably win, but, well, 2 to 3 points they probably win by.
Morning to everyone. I'm just kind of going through the comments here. I like the under in the Lakers-Jazz game. That's going to be my freebie. All right, we go to Major League Baseball 9-game schedule. I thought they would try and squeeze in another one here. They didn't. I think that they're kind of taking this day to evaluate some things, and we'll see who's back in action. I don't think anyone wants to play. Maybe they should have the Marlins and play the Cardinals, and they're all, the COVID game, right? And have like umpires that have tested positive and players that tested, just everyone's. I mean, same as being everybody negative, right? Anyways, we got the Reds and the Indians. Sonny Gray and that ERA, Great Americans, just joining the Reds, up against Zach Plesac, who was pretty much unhittable his first outing as well this year. Rod, Reds and the Indians. The Reds going from -125 to -145 after people saw, hey, these guys can actually win a game yesterday. But the secret to the Reds winning a game, 7-inning games. It's like, if we play the Reds are undefeated in 7-inning games. It's like me, I'm undefeated in games that I get to pick after the game is over.
I think we're going to have a big pitcher's duel here, but I'm going to take the Indians. Give me Indians and Plesac on the mound today.
Chris?
The Reds have to play 9 innings today.
Chris, who do you like?
I like the under here, but like we said yesterday, there was a possibility that someone's going to throw a complete game shutout, and look what Trevor Bauer did. Do you still give him the complete game shutout at that point?
I guess we're going to find out. We'll have to buy his baseball card. It's probably about 35 cents on eBay. Didn't we go through, like, one day, didn't we used to do ticket prices for games? Now that there's no fans, we used to go through the StubHub prices for some of these games. It's like $4.
You can probably still find him for the Chicago Cubs game today, though.
It's like the get-in price, $4.
$4.
Today's get-in price for the Wizards game against
Free.
$6. Wizards Cavs, $6.
$6 to sit on my own couch. What?
Anyways, got the Steve. Did we get your pick?
I'll take the under in this game. Sonny Gray is pretty good at in his home park.
I like the Indians in this one. I don't love them, but I like them. Anyways, let's see. Got the Yankees against the Phillies, another team that if you give out premium picks on, you'd sell zero at our site. The Yankees at -300 in this one. Garrett Cole, he's maybe watches the show and is probably hating me. I'm probably part of his bulletin board locker material. But 70% of the public on the Yankees at -300. I can't stand Arrieta. But
Ugh.
Rod?
Ugh. I think the Yankees win this game. But from a betting side, I think you put a little on Philly just because.
Yeah.
Plus 265.
Yeah, you
250.
can. This is a line
the value.
So we have a page on our site that says betting odds, and you can go there and shop the lines. Shop this line because I'm seeing plus 245 to plus 265. It might not seem like $20 is that big of a deal, but depending on how much you're betting, it could really start to add up. And of course, over the course of a 60-game season, it does add up.
Like
so
over a $24 variance, $25 variance.
yeah, there is. So this is a line shopper, on this one if you're going Philly, and I think on the other side too, I'm seeing the same thing too.
Same thing. Yeah,
same thing on the Yankees side too. Yeah, these big lines like that, that's always the shoppers. But everyone who's watching the show, if you could, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's greatly appreciated. We're averaging about 200 new subscribers a day these days, so we're cranking through it on our goal to 1 million, which is just a stepping stone goal to the 10 million, which is a stepping stone goal to our 20 million. After 20 million, well, that's it. Show's over. We got nothing else to play for. But yeah, Chris, you gonna be the superstar and take the -300 Yankees here?
No, after yesterday and talking about the underdogs cashing in, I'm gonna take the Phillies shot here. I think they can give Cole a run for his money.
Steve Monahan, Jake Arrieta, without the expanded strike zone, not quite the same pitcher that he was, and we've seen him when he was with the Orioles against the Yankees. I think this is a game that we might look for a home run prop. We were asked by somebody, the other day if we would give out home run props, and I think as opposed to betting the game, what Yankee you think is gonna take Jake deep first?
Well, it's probably Aaron Judge the way he's heading.
5 home runs in his last 5 games. Obviously on a tear for an asterisk record. What if he hits 61? Is that an asterisk too? I don't even.
Well, Aaron Judge has to prove to me he can stay on the field. I mean, he's doing a nice job here, but he's.
Do you think Aaron Judge's overall hitting is underrated because he's such a good home run hitter?
Yeah.
He's
Aaron
overall.
Judge is a really good ball player.
He's a really good ball player, and it's like he's almost underrated in every other area because he's such a good home run hitter. But he's actually a really good. He's
a good outfielder too.
Yeah, it's not like a Mark McGwire where he just gets up there and hits balls or something. It's like this guy can really play.
I got to take the Phillies here. I think it's a good value.
He's
here.
closer to a Dave Winfield than a Mark McGwire. Right?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Right? He's closer to just an all-around guy who could just really good athlete. And he probably could have played 5 other sports, including ping pong. Got the Braves against the Mets. Soroka and DeGrom. I don't know. It just seems like the Braves play the Mets every single day. It's like let's keep it simple. I got an idea. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. All right. How about if we the Braves play the Mets. First they'll play in New York, then they'll play in Atlanta, then they'll go back to New York. It's like these are 2 teams that are supposed to compete for the Eastern, NL East. But I'm gonna guess that all of their season series are going to be done already. So they're not even going to get to play in the important times. I don't know what the schedule looks like. I don't have it in front of me. It's not something I studied before the show. I'm just making generic statements and wild guesses. But Rod, I'm going to take a look at the schedule while you're giving us your opinion on the Mets Braves, Soroka and DeGrom.
For me, I like Soroka. He's Canadian. How can I not? I'm not a DeGrom fan. Give me the Braves here, and I like the under. I think we're going to be in for a pitcher steal here.
This is the last meeting of the Braves and the Mets this season.
Wow.
Talk about getting them all.
Oh, no. They play in September. They play a 3-game series at Citi Field. September 18th, 19th, and 20th. So it's not the last meeting. The way they end the season, the Mets play the Nationals 4 games. They play the Braves, Phillies, Blue Jays, Orioles, Phillies, Orioles, Yankees, Marlins. Yeah, you look at these schedules. It's like, now I can see what everyone was kind of complaining about when the schedule were released. The Mets, just a gruesome schedule. It's unfair. I mean, their easy games are the Rays. It's like, that's not easy. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the under here. I think it becomes a pitcher's duel. But this is my top play of the day is on the side in the premium area at the website.
Steve?
Yeah, I mean, especially with the pitching duel, I would say the under. But I think the Mets rebound and finally win a game down there. So,
I think that I'm going to put the Mets bullpen as a unit on my Cashner list. And just, as it's kind of like, as a unit. It's kind of like you ever watch like a football game, they're saying the MVP of this game is the offensive line as a unit. It's like the Mets bullpen as a unit is on my Cashner list. I'm on the Braves in this thing. Pirates, Twins, Lewis Thorpe up against Derek Holland. Rod, what do you got here? I'm a Holland guy, but he's plus 180. Once again, big lines. Baseball's had a lot of big lines this season. It's like this is a shopper's year for baseball lines. I mean, $40 in between. There's $40 left on the table. If you're gonna if you found $40 on the ground, would you pick it up? I mean, that's really the question
Yeah.
here, right? It's like, yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
I'd spend it all on drugs and hookers, but that's besides the point. The rest of it would be squandered.
You get a really good hooker for $40.
The rest would be squandered on I don't know.
Yeah, but then you have no money for drugs.
On gum and graham crackers. Rod.
Animal crackers.
The circus box. It's like, you have them in the circus box. That's the only way I can eat them.
I think the Twins win this game. The only way to get that number from minus 200 is to take them on the run line. But then I'm not running to the window to bet this game. But I think the Twins win this game.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll take the Twins on the run line as well. 5-1 at home on the run line this year. So I'll take the Twins.
Yeah, I'm with the puck dogs here. I think the Twins win, but not run into the window.
So Lowthorpe is a reliever, right? Who they try and make a starter every time they've tried. It's not like they haven't tried this before, right? It's not like they haven't tried. Let's put Lewis-Thorpe, in there, and when they do, he just gets shellacked. He's good in the bullpen, but when they put him in the starting role, he just gets really hit hard. I said the same thing about Allard yesterday. He wasn't all that bad. He wasn't good, but he certainly wasn't. He wasn't 9 runs bad, which he needed to be to lose. I don't know. I kind of like the over in this one. Just I can't really. I don't know. And maybe it's the American in me. I just don't see Australia as like a baseball farm system. For guys, for pitchers. And I know there's great players from all around the world in every sport. It is global. It is a global world we live in. But I don't know. A minus 220 Australian pitcher. I'd be so mad at myself if I bet that and lost. Brett Anderson against Carlos Rodon. The Brewers back on the field after some time off. This is interesting, right? Because we saw the Yankees have a couple of days off. But this is the first time that teams that have had really some substantial time off now, after having time off, are come back to the field. And the Brewers are one of those teams. Brett Anderson, who's remarkably still healthy because of the break, he's still healthy. Carlos Rodon, who he can really give up runs in bunches. Originally, Peralta was scheduled for this game for the Brewers, and it was changed to Brett Anderson. Total 9.5, and it's a pick 'em. Rod, the White Sox are hitting, but they were playing the Royals.
I like the over and the Brewers here. Give me the Brewers and the over.
Chris Ruffalo.
I'm going to take the White Sox. I think the break left a little bit of rust on the Brewers, and it'll take them some time to get back into it. So I'll take the White Sox.
Steve?
Yeah, I feel the same. I'll take the White Sox. The Brewers are going to need a little time to get their rust off. White Sox are hitting, and I know they're playing garbage over the weekend.
Kind of, I don't know. I like the way the White Sox are playing. They're 5-4 now. Definitely competitive. I like that. The nice thing about this short season is that the favorites are not going to be able to run away and hide. Imagine if they gave the Dodgers the National League West already, and there's a couple other teams that say I don't think so. We head to Wrigley Field where Alex Mills still has a job. He's pitching for the Cubs. He's got he's favored minus 145. Duffy for the Royals. Plus 135. Total set at 8. Gonna guess the wind blowing in again like it was yesterday. Rod?
Yeah, give me the Cubs here. I think the Cubs win this game. I'm not a Danny Duffy guy at all.
Since when? When did this happen?
Breaking news.
When I first met Rod, the first thing out of his mouth was, and I'm a Duffy guy. Chris, are you a Duffy guy?
I'm going to take the Cubs as well. I just don't think we're getting enough plus money to take a shot on the Royals here.
Too much Duffy. Steve?
Too much stuff. Yeah, the Cubs are playing well, so give me the Cubs at home.
I like the way the Cubs are swinging the bats, and I like the way the Royals are giving up a lot of runs. I know the wind's blowing in, but I don't care. I still think it's going to go over. Just Royals games seem to go over a lot. We got the Colorado Rockies 6-2 on the season. They are, they have less losses than the Dodgers. 6-2, 2-1 at home, up against the Giants. The Giants had Cueto here in this spot. Not sure if he's still pitching or not.
I still got Cueto list.
I got Cueto against Chichi Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
I think we should change Rod's name to Chichi. Chichi Zawacki. Chichi Zawacki. That doesn't work. What do you got?
For me, I like the over in this game. Give me the over. I think we're gonna see some runs. And this is my only baseball premium pick of the day. Is on the side here.
Chris?
Yeah, if Cueto's going, I like the Giants here. I don't want anything to do with Chichi Gonzalez. Nothing.
I'm going to take the Rockies at home in the over.
Damian Lillard or Jamal Murray, who's taking the last shot if you're the coach?
Ooh.
That's
Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
Lillard.
I think it's super close.
It's close.
Anyways, back to the game.
And Lillard can hit it from 60 feet away, too.
The Rockies are so hot. It's just really tough. I don't know. Got the Mariners up against the A's. Justice Sheffield against Frankie Montas. The Mariners plus 170, continuing to get the big prices. 4-6 on the season. The A's 5-4. I still think the A's at 5-4. Just the odds makers got just way ahead of themselves on this team. Rod, what are you thinking? So the volume? So we're getting a comment here that the volume is low. Does anyone else think the volume is low? I don't know if I can. I don't know. I can adjust it a little bit, but not that much. Is it my volume or is it the guys, or is it the whole show in general? You can always turn the volume up. Because there's the YouTube volume right on the player that you have, and then there's the YouTube volume on the player, and then there's the volume on your computer. So there's a couple things going on there. Jake Arrieta is a straight stud. Good evening, ladies and germs.
Take my wife, please.
Rod and Chris, it's your volume that's low.
I'll turn it up. Is that better? All right.
You don't need to buy merchandise. All you got to do is if you purchase $100 or more from our premium area, so you get some premium picks, I'll send you one of these shirts. Just send me your name, your address, and your shirt size. We do not email shirts. We do not have a one-size-fits-all shirt. Name, address, shirt size, $100 worth of purchases over a 30-day period. Comes to $3 a day. You got a free t-shirt and some winners. Steve will have his premium picks up tonight for tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, where are we?
Oakland, Seattle. I'm gonna take Seattle here. Give me Seattle, and I also like the under in this game. The under has hit the last 8 games at home for Seattle.
Robert Allen, inside information, personal friend of Jake Arrieta.
Really?
Yeah, I like
the white
under
strike
as
zone.
Mitch, do you or any of the guys live bet throughout the day at all? Let's just say if they take bets on it, I probably do it or have done it, depending on the game. I'm the same as you guys. Pretty much.
Definitely take a live bet.
They're it's like in the old days when they used to announce this at the sports book, we have overtime betting. It's like It's like pushing the old lady out of the way at the Mirage, you know?
Well, George Costanza getting out of the apartment. The fire in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think I might have put in a few live bets in my day. As a matter of fact, I think I've told the story about one of the biggest losses I've taken in recent years was the Arizona versus Oregon college basketball game a few years ago when I live bet it like all the way through as Arizona was getting pounded by like 50 at Oregon. As Brooks is hitting shots, and it was like, oh man, it was just death.
Well, it's not the only way to bet the Mets. You wait for them to get a big giant lead and then bet the other side live.
Yeah.
Knowing the bullpen's coming in, make some good money doing that.
I'm coming off a perfect weekend. I've never lost a game that I've got to give the pick after it was over. We're not gonna have any arguments here in the
chat.
No, we're not gonna have it. I'm not gonna babysit. Where are we at here? Yeah,
I'll take the under 9 here as well.
Steve.
Yeah, I'll go with the under.
I'm gonna take the Mariners. Got Walker Buehler and Chris Paddock. Great matchup in San Diego. Can you imagine if they had fans allowed at this game? This would be a sellout crowd at Petco. I go to San Diego every year. I stay right next to Petco Park. There's a Hard Rock that's right next to it, but I don't stay at that anymore. I stay at, I forget the name. They call it the Manchester Hyatt, but I don't even understand what the Manchester is about. But that's what they call it. But that's why I usually stay in San Diego. I go there every year. This year, if I go in March, or it's usually early March, late February, I'm gonna go early and bring my sticks, play some Torrey Pines and some other courses. But, anyways, Rod, what do you?
Give me the Padres here today. I like Paddock. Buehler. How many innings is he gonna pitch? 2, 3, 4 maybe at the most. And the Padres are playing real well.
I don't understand this question. How can I get involved in the Pick Dogs? Oh, in the group? Go to Facebook. Search the group. Go ahead, Rod. Sorry.
Yeah, the way San Diego's playing, I'm taking the Padres here. And I'm also taking the first 5 under.
Yeah, I'm on the Padres as well. I just like the way Paddock's been pitching, and I think the Padres are going to get up for this game, so I'll take the Padres plus 115.
Steve, any thoughts on Cespedes before you get to your Padres-Dodgers pick?
Not surprised whatsoever that Yoenis Cespedes, didn't even contact the Mets and just decided not to show up. And I'm not surprised he's using the corona or as an excuse or a virus, whatever. People, Yoenis Cespedes, the Mets cut his salary drastically. I think he was only going to make like $4 million or something this year. So I am absolutely not surprised that Yoenis Cespedes acted like Yoenis Cespedes.
And your opinion on the Dodgers versus Padres?
I like the Padres too here. The Dodgers, we talked about, listen, they're winning games, but the Padres are playing well too. The Padres are back home, and Paddock's a good pitcher, so I'll take the Padres.
Yeah, the reason why I'm concerned about the volume is, well, number one, someone mentioned it, and I also changed out mics today. This was the mic that I was using. This is the Sennheiser MKE 600. Super fancy for those of you who know. Normally I had it originally up top here, hanging from this arm, like this, up above me. But I didn't like the way the sound is. It's kind of like this tinny sound that I had. So I kind of got rid of it, and I just switched today back to my old mic that I used back when I used to do the first quarter podcast. The Rode. It's called the Rode. You can see it right there. It's called the Rode. I don't know what it's called. Rode something, but it's weighs about 40 pounds. I'm gonna guess it has a giant magnet in it somewhere. That's kind of like the old TV sets. Remember the big magnet?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's get the magnet. Someone left the TV out by the big thing. It's like, let's get the magnet.
Smash it up. Get it.
I like the Padres. I think betting against the Dodgers is the way to go this season if you can find your spots. I think betting against the Yankees and Dodgers is good, but it's like, of course, they have to lose. The Yankees have just been a little bit too hot. I think they've got a little bit of a softer schedule, you know.
Yeah.
I think they have.
They have.
They have.
I mean, let's be real. They have.
No, they have. They've caught a softer schedule, so it's a little tougher to bet against them, even at the big prices. But the Dodgers have actually caught a little bit of a tougher schedule, but it's been a mixed. You know, they've always had pretty good success against the Diamondbacks, but they did beat the Astros in Houston pretty good. And you know, the Padres, though, a lot to prove here. A lot to prove. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? And that's the way it is in every single sport. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. It's rare that a team just, you know, unfolds like the Bulls did, you know, when Jordan just, you know, left, right? And it's like, or you know, what we saw with the Warriors this season, where, you know, Durant left and then the other half of the team was injured. I mean, it's rare. Normally, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And like, you know, New England without Tom Brady, and now nobody else wants to play because we don't have Brady anymore. It's like, oh, we got an out. You know? Sad and pathetic. Anyways, if anyone wanted to know my opinion on that situation, just basically just looking for a place to fall down. All right. I like the Padres. Go to the NHL. This is what made the Puck Dogs famous. We got the Hurricane up against the Rangers. Steve's got his Rangers jersey behind him. Was not good in the first game. 3-2 for the Canes. What do you think, Rod? You think we did a video on this game. I don't even remember who you guys picked, but I kind of just it's a weird thing. If anyone has any suggestions, if you think that maybe I shouldn't be in the videos at all, we could do it that way too. I kind of just am there to facilitate everything, but I don't really have a purpose there in those NHL videos. I am clearly just along for the ride. I am the stand behind guy, you know, the guy who like just stands behind everyone. It's kind of like. I am the stand behind guy in the NHL show. Rod, do you stand behind the Rangers or the Canes in this one, or you like the total?
I like the total in this game. I think we're gonna hit the over this time. We got burnt by the hook last time. I think we're gonna get over that in this game.
The premium is at pickdogs.com or sportshopplace.com. The link is in the description of this video. All you have to do is go to the website and click on the premium picks tab. It's in the main menu.
I look at this game also. I'm like, a lot of people have jumped the other way on the Rangers.
For this, I need to talk to Charles. Originally, Charles was going to do it with me, and I have not heard from him about that. But I'm sure we can twist his arm a little bit. Maybe you guys should send Charles some emails from the thing and ask him if he's going to do the giveaway with Mitch on the T-shirts. If he says yes, put it this way. If Charles will split the cost with me, I'll do it. If he's not going to split the cost with me, well, I'm not going to do it. I'll just go with my own stuff. I like spread knowledge as much as the next guy, but it's like, whatever. Anyway, sorry, Rod.
For me, this game, I believe on the video I took the Rangers. I'm going to take Carolina. I think Carolina comes in and takes a stranglehold. 2-0.
Chris?
I'm gonna stick with the Rangers here. I think they bounce back, and I think they do so in convincing fashion. I'm gonna take the over as well. I can see this being a 5-2 game.
Steve, any opinion here on your Rangers?
It's a must-win for the New York Rangers. I think they show up and win today.
We are all active in the Facebook group. Very active.
And I think it'll be an over game too. I think goals will be scored.
All right, we got the Calgary Flames up against the Winnipeg Jets. This was the late night game the other night. It was the late one. Today it's the 2:30 p.m. I like what the NHL's doing with the scheduling, a lot like what the NBA is doing. Calgary minus 155. The Jets plus 135. The total 5.5. Is this another line shopper? Is this what's going on in the NHL? Are we at 20-cent lines?
No, you definitely got to shop this line.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
No.
But anyways, what do you got in the Jets versus Flames?
For me, I really love the under 5.5. Give me the under 5.5 in this game, and I'm also going to take the Jets. An angry Jets team going to come back and even this up.
Chris Ruffalo, you've been working out. Your biceps look bigger than usual.
Feel a little bit of a twitch, but no, I like the under 5.5 as well. But I'm going to go Calgary here. If Winnipeg wants to win this series, they can't let their emotions get into it. They're just going to play into Calgary's hands. So I'll take Calgary here.
Steve, any opinion?
Not necessarily on this. I don't know too much about Calgary and Winnipeg to give you.
Going to leave it to the puck dogs. Well, I'll tell you one thing about this next game. The Tampa Bay Lightning can absolutely go suck it. We got the Lightning up against the Washington Capitals. 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 I don't care what the line is. I don't even care who's playing. I couldn't tell you one player on either team. I hate the Lightning. I hate what they stand for. Rod, tell us how much the Capitals are going to win by.
I think they win. They win by a couple.
Puck
give
line
me
it.
The Capitals here. Give me the Capitals.
Reverse puck line.
Yep.
Chris?
I'm going to take the over 6 here.
All Capitals goals. Capitals 236. Lightning -3. The Caps. All Caps. Yep. Got the Caps lock on. My keyboard even all day. Hate the Lightning. They can go suck it. We got the Vegas Knights up against Dallas. Of course, Vegas, not quite the same team without Subban after trading him away to the Blackhawks. I know one of Rod's favorite players. He's kind of in that Duffy Subban mode, over there. Rod, you think Vegas has any other answers in goal without Subban on the roster here for the postseason?
For me in this game,
that's a joke. For those of you who have never seen our show before, that's a joke.
I'm going to take Dallas. Give me Dallas here. Consistent. I think Vegas is going to come in a little rusty. They're going to need a game or two to get their legs going. Give me Dallas.
I'm going to take the under here. I think it's a low-scoring defensive battle. See 3-2 at most, so I'll take the under 5.5.
We got the next game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Rod, what are you thinking here? Montreal winning the first game, but a big dog in this one. One of the biggest dogs on the board for today in the NHL. This is a qualifying round game, and the Pens, I guess, their backs are to the wall here. Who do you like?
And then, yeah, Penguins a bunch of overrated bums. They don't know how to play 60 minutes of hockey. And until I can see them play 60 minutes of hockey, I'm going to bet against them all the time. Give me Montreal to hammer the Penguins into a 2-0 hole.
And I'm with Rod on this one. I like Montreal. I think they figured out the formula how to beat the Penguins. And whether that's Pittsburgh's own fault by only playing 10, 20 minutes a game, I'll still take Montreal here, plus 150.
Got the Chicago Blackhawks up against Edmonton. This one was really in the video one of the more emphatic picks by both the guys. As a matter of fact, even I remember that, and I was just there to be the stand-behind guy. We had the Oilers minus 135 after getting really the Blackhawks came out and just jumped all. Those of you that didn't see the game or didn't hear about the game or whatever, the Blackhawks just came out and just bombed them. I mean, just bombed them right out of the gate. Edmonton never got a chance to come up for air, and by the time they did, they were in a deep, deep, deep hole. And then it was kind of like they were so wide open, they let in a couple other ones that maybe they shouldn't have let in. And, you know, I don't know if it was just one of those nights or one of those goalies or what it was, but, you know, Taves and Kane, they've been there for a while. They've been there, done that when it comes to the NHL playoffs. They've been, you know, the team's kind of been out of it the last couple of years. And maybe they think this is their last chance and one of their last chances, and maybe they're, you know, they're, of course, they'll still get those paychecks, but regardless. Blackhawks kind of sold out on those two guys, right? And since then, they've never really been the same. They had to pay him. They had to pay him. What are you going to do?
It's the reality, yeah.
It is the reality of the business of the sport. It's like, you know, you paid those two guys. You had to pay them. You had 6 all-star defensemen. You know, it's like.
Oh, I know. They were so loaded with guys that they couldn't stay together.
I lived in Chicago, you know, during that run, and you know, while Kane and Taves, you know, certainly way popular, you know, way popular. Like everywhere you saw, someone had one of those 2 jerseys on. You know, as I love defense, and I saw you know, I saw just some of the best defensive guys that you'll ever. I mean, Duncan Keith, you had, I mean, just loaded, you know, loaded on defense. Bufflin. Is Bufflin still in the league?
He went on a, he sat out the league before this all became even a thing.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a locker room guy. He wasn't the best of those defensemen by a long shot. He was probably, you know, the least of them. But he was the guy that kind of was the, you know.
He was a tough guy, man.
But he's also like the cheerleader type guy, like the guy that everyone really liked. You know, kind of set the tone.
Set the tone. Yeah.
I love to set the
out
tone.
And he'd rock somebody right out the gate and set the tone and get the Jets going. And
I love
that's
the tone
exactly
setters.
what they needed.
That's what I always say. You know, it's like if you're one of my teams, you know, the Canes. It's like you take a 15-yard rough in the passer in the first 2 or 3 plays. I'm good. I'm good with it. You know, it's like set the tone. You know, and not like one of those cheap little Tom Brady roughing the passers either. I'm talking like, you know, a planting. You know, like one where the guy's like, you know, he's got the turf and the face mask. You know, roughing the passer. Jerseys like all twisted around. The lineman's got to help him get the pad. What do we got here, Chris?
So we got here
Rod.
this Blackhawks and Oilers. The Oilers started the wrong goalie. There's a reason why Calgary got rid of Mike Smith and sent him to the Oilers. When here you go, you have this guy. The Oilers will start Koskinen in the net. The way better goalie. He should have started game 1. He will start game 2. The Oilers will beat the Blackhawks this game 2.
Yeah. Rod took the words right out of my mouth. I think the Oilers bounce back and win this one as well. So I'll take Edmonton on the money line.
I'm gonna take the Oilers on the puck line. We win by 2. I see a
all right
5-3.
So I don't know. I think this one's going to be an interesting game. It's got that 10:30 p.m. Eastern time slot, which is great. These hockey games, sticking these really late games in there has been pretty cool. So it's basically, it starts at noon, runs more than 12 hours of hockey. So this is a sport that's really done itself right throughout the break. Anything else you guys would like to add as we wrap up the show? It's Monday. It's a little choppy, and we just have more and more comments on the show every day, which is awesome, and more people watching the show. You guys, you know, we have it out to multiple sources, but I can see on the screen from my numbers. And let's show you. I could always show you guys what I'm looking at. This thing, for some reason, got really loose, making it super hard for me to show you guys, but I guess I could do it anyway. And let's see. Go. here, and then we go to here. So you guys can see right there at the top of the screen, almost 400 people watching the show. So pretty cool. We appreciate every one of you that joins in and watches every single day. We got off of that crazy view. That was weird, right? That was like one of those things that was like, whoa, looking into the mirror. It just keeps going. The infinity approach. But anyways, Chris Ruffalo. Oh, that's Steve. Chris Ruffalo, what do you got to say for yourself?
All right, so I'll just give out a around the horn parlay here from across all three sports. We'll go under in the Reds and Indians matchup. Toronto Raptors -3.5, and the under 5.5 in the Dallas Stars and Vegas Golden Knights game.
I got that going across your face. Sorry about that. We got Rod.
For me today, I'm gonna put a little bird cage together in MLB. Give me the Indians, the Braves, and the Padres.
The difference between the packages at the site. So the guaranteed and the non-guaranteed. The non-guaranteed is a lesser price, but you just pay and you get it. The guaranteed, if it does not produce a profit, you'll receive an account credit that you can use for other purchases. I've been at other sites, and I've been on some that do it and some that don't. I just think it is a nice option. Some people, they don't care about the guarantee. It's like if they're not going to use their credit anyway, they lose, they're mad. So they're just like, they figure that. But if they, other people say, it's betting, the people that are, real bettors, they understand it's sports betting. Sometimes the ball doesn't bounce how you hope it would, or you thought it would, and you try again tomorrow. And the guaranteed package gives you a chance to do that. Anyways, we'll come back to it with. Well, we didn't mean to go to Rod slurping coffee there, but now I lost my cameras. Where are they?
At least I'm not swatting a bee.
I lost my cameras. That's strange. Huh. Let's see. Let's see what happens. No, that's Ruffalo. That's Rod.
I'm hiding.
And that's Rod. No, I lost all my cameras.
I'm Batman.
All right, we'll have to go back to our regular thing that we were at. Here we go. So, Steve, what do you like for today? I'll have to figure
I like the Mets, Braves, and
here,
the under.
And there it is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's like, so the cameras were there for that one, but they're not there for that. Right here.
I like the White Sox, Brewers, and the over. And I like the over with the Giants and the Rockies, and then the NBA. Give me the Raptors to cover 3.5 points against the Heat today.
I'm going to go with the Thunder. I'm going to parlay that up with the San Diego Padres and the Washington Capitals on the reverse puck line. Tampa Bay Lightning can suck it. Anyways, just can't stand them. They're so smug. Anyways, everyone, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you got some winners today. I think that we've been giving out tons and tons of winners. We certainly don't win them all, but we try to win them all. Our best bets are always at the premium area. Those are the ones that we stand behind. Those are the ones that we'll go out and say, these are the games that I'm betting. These are the games that I like the best. People will take like my YouTube video that I did on a game, and I clearly say, well, it's a lean, and I'm not even, it's a lean at best, or saying something like that, and they'll say, this guy sucks, he loses every game, and it's like, I clearly say it's a lean at best, it's like, this guy loses my, I love that people also say, he loses every game. And then you have other people say, he wins every game. He's won me so much money. And it's like, it's just hard, and it's like, I know it's what I signed up for. But anyways, we have free picks every game, every single day, every single sport at sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. And if you're looking for our best bets, just go to the main menu bar at our website or main menu section if you're on your mobile device. And you can find best bets from us and some of the other top handicappers in the world today. If you want to see, it's a little it's a new thing. So we're working on some of the design pieces as well as, the tech pieces. If there's any problems, you email me, and I will gladly help you. The contact information is located at our website. And, of course, anything else we can do to help you, custom packages, whatever, let us know. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
Mondays are always tough, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's